0 iPhone Microsoft.
Righto, I'm going to try. I cannot say I'm going to do a good job, but I'm going to try to make foundation biscuits. I'm going to try. Where's the foundation biscuits? Oh, where's the... Oh, it's all over here. Where's my NDIS pen? There it is. Where are the foundation biscuits? The recipes here. Recipes. Where are the foundation biscuits? Where are they? Where are they? Beef, chicken. I want chicken stuff as well. Wouldn't do liver loaf raw. Oh, that makes me sick. Makes me bloody sick. Ew. Where are the foundation biscuits? Where are they? No, I don't want that Christmas cake. I mean, I can one day, but not at the moment. Where are the biscuits? Oh, chocolate rolls. I don't want that. I want the foundation biscuit mixture. Oh, damn. Pusher biscuits. No, I don't want those. Jam drops, coconut biscuits. Foundation. Okay, so you want 4 ounces of butter. So I need to soften that butter. 4 ounces of sugar. I don't know if it's white or brown sugar, so I might use white sugar. 1 egg and vanilla. Oh, I don't have vanilla. I don't have vanilla. I do not have, because it says beat butter and sugar to a cream, add the egg and beat well, add vanilla. Yeah, so you need vanilla. Gradually add sifted flour and salt. Mix into a stiff paste. So you've got to, what does it say? 4 ounces of butter, sugar, egg, 8 ounces of self-raising flour and a pinch of, so then you got to sift the flour together. Gradually add sifted flour and salt. Mix into a stiff paste. Take small pieces of mixture and roll into balls. Oh, that'll be easy. Place on greased trays, press out lightly with a floured fork. Oh, you need a floured fork. Bake in a moderate oven until golden brown. So that's about, I'd say, I don't know, about 10 minutes or something. So you're making the foundation mixture and you're sifting the flour and salt, mix into a stiff paste. So you're making it like you're doing foundation mixture. Make a hole in each. So yeah. Foundation mixture is basically making a very basic biscuit, and you can turn it into a jam drop. You can put a cherry on top of it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You don't have to have jam, you can have a little lolly in the centre. Sugar. And pusher biscuits are about the same. You've got to add the sifted flour and salt, mix into a stiff paste. Pusher biscuits are like foundation. Place mixture into a biscuit pusher and force out onto a greased tray. Yeah. Cut into lengths while still soft. They're like pusher biscuits. Sunbeam biscuits. Eggs. Bit salt. Raspberry jam. Sunbeam biscuits, yum. Yum. You need vanilla, and right. I want something that you don't need vanilla, but I don't believe that's the case. Foundation biscuit mixture sounds beautiful. Then you can add whatever you want to the mixture. Rock cakes. Here's milk, tablespoons sultanas, silver flour. 6, wow, a lot of sugar. God, I'm not making rock cakes, there's too much sugar in it. Anzac biscuits is a cup of plain flour, a cup of rolled oats. I don't have rolled oats either. Cup of coconut, 3/4 cup of coconut, teaspoons of golden syrup, boiling water, teaspoon baking soda. Oh yes, the flour into a bowl. Oh yep, melt butter in a saucepan. I'd love to make Anzac biscuits, they'll be nice. Add syrup and water, add soda, allow to foam and pour immediately into dry ingredients. Mix well, then mix and press out thinly on greased trays, allowing space. Right. Oh, bake in a slow oven, as they, but yes, a slow oven. A slow oven. Beat butter and sugar. Cream, add the egg and beat well. Sift flours well together and add gradually to the mixture. Mix into a stiff paste. I wonder if I can find the packet of dates and then use them. Roll out to 8-inch thickness, cut into rounds. Oh, I see, yep. Fold over with a date between. Bake in a moderate oven until light brown. Don't know how long they would be, but I'd make the set. Anyway, date shells sounds very interesting. So you need 4 ounces of butter, 4 ounces of sugar, 1 egg, 4 ounces of self-raising flour, 4 ounces of plain flour, I think it's half a pound of dates, so that's, oh, how much is half a pound? 1 kilogram is like 2 pounds. 500 grams is 1 pound, so half a pound, that's 250 grams of dates. Okay, I could do date shells. It says beat butter and sugar to a cream. Add the egg and beat well. Sift flours well together and add gradually to the mixture. Flours well together. Right. Mix into a stiff paste. Okay. Roll out to 8-inch thickness. Cut into rounds. So I've got cookie cutters there. I have got cookie cutters. Fold over with a date between. Well, I've got dates in the cupboard. Bake in a moderate oven until light brown. That's probably I don't know. I would say about 8 minutes. And then check them and do another minute, so that'll be 9 minutes, and then check them, and then next time I make them I could say I'll do it for 9 minutes instead of 8, then check. And then next time I choose to do them after that, I could do 9.5 minutes, just so that I'm slowly incrementing the time taken to cook something, because you can add time on and cook something better. You can't cook something too much and then subtract the time and cook it less, but you can cook something less and then add a little time to cook more. But once you've cooked more, you can't lessen the cooking process. It's too late. I might have a go at making date shells because they sound easy. They sound quite easy. And I can use the scale flour. It's not hard to use a scale for flours, and I can use a little cup to measure the flour. So butter, sugar, an egg. So I would need to sift the flours. What does it say? I need to sift flours well together and add, so first I need to sift the flours into one bowl. Then in another bowl I would do the butter and sugar. I need to see if I've got dates in the cupboard, because I might have. I reckon date shells will be relatively easy to make, because what the OT said to me is, when you're doing something, do something easy that requires effort. So you have to be able to measure stuff, you have to be able to do scale conversions, like how many ounces is a gram, how many grams. But if you can't do that, you still have to be able to measure things as they say. So if they say ounces, you measure in ounces. If they say grams, you measure in grams. So you've got to do something that takes effort but isn't too challenging at the moment. So I've never made date shells before, but they won't be too challenging, meaning that they're not something I've made with the OT, but they are something that I could do from learning other things with the OT. I could do this myself without her. If I wanted to do Christmas cake, I'd need her to help me to do it properly so that I know what I'm doing, because I'd have an easy time with some of it, but not for a lot of it, and I'd stuff it up. But these date shells, I don't think I'll stuff up at all, because they're like an effort to do, but they're not a huge challenge. They're just an effort. There's something you have to think about, how you're going to do this, what are you going to do first, what are you going to do next. Are you going to separate these ingredients into different bowls and then add together afterwards? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do all that process? This is something I can think about and do on my own without the OT present, and then I can show her, look, I can do this when she's there. And then I want to do something more challenging, like lamingtons. Even they're okay, I'd probably be able to just do them. But then they're challenging, because how do you cut them into shapes? Like, I'd need help to do. So lamingtons are more of a challenge. I reckon I could do small cupcakes from scratch on my own now. Didn't used to think I could, but I probably can. I want to try to make date shells today. Can I do it? I believe I can. I believe I can. I believe I can. They're a challenge, but they're not a impossible challenge where I must have the OT with me to do them. And I like dates. Like, not on their own, but I like dates in things like date pudding, date loaf. Not all the time, but just sometimes I like to have something with dates in it. I have to be careful with dates, because they're like anything. If you have too much, you get sick. You can have too much of anything, really. it doesn't mean I cannot eat fruit. I cannot stop eating fruit all of a sudden, but I can eat a little less just so that I still feel like I haven't overdone it. I'm not really cooking the stomach because I've just gone and eaten a huge amount of stuff without really thinking, all of that. So I can eat it. I know I can't eat grapefruit because if I do, I'll end up hurting myself because it's an interaction thing where you can't have medicine every day and then have grapefruit. Cannot do it. Can't do it. It'll cause an interaction. Not saying it always does, but it can. It probably will. And I'm not willing to risk, I'll try some grapefruit just to see what happens. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not going to risk my safety on purpose for no reason. Just because, well, I just feel like being stupid and doing something wrong because I can. I would if I knew there was a medical reason for it, like I have to risk taking this, example, right? I have to risk taking this new tablet knowing I could have a bad reaction, but I have to try it, Or I'm risking injuring myself by doing judo, but I may not even injure myself. It's just a risk that I could injure myself. I could injure myself. Doesn't mean I will, but I might, possibly could injure myself. So, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means I'm risking the fact that it could happen. But I still choose to do judo. I don't have to. I'm the one that chooses to do it. I could do judo for 2 years and then give up, or I could do judo for 20 years. Who knows? We'll just have to see what happens. But that's one of those examples. But if I have no reason to risk my welfare, like, if it's just something purely stupid, then I'm not going to do it. Anyway, that rant is over. I'm going to get the butter out of the fridge. Getting the butter out of the fridge. Oh, and what I like about that foundation biscuit mixture is I can flatten them out. For example, get a piece of biscuit mixture, flatten in my hand, put a lolly in the middle, fold it over, and like lightly flatten it with a floured fork as if it's just still, a biscuit. And bake them. I can make those foundation biscuits with whatever I want. I could put sultanas in it. I could put cherries in it, sugar glazed cherries. Anyway, instead of talking for the next however long, I'm going to get started. Put all this stuff away. I'm not going to allow myself to be afraid and, oh no, I can't do it. It's too hard. It's not too hard. It isn't difficult. It's not really that difficult at all. It's just difficult because that's how I feel. Not because that's what it is how I feel. It's nothing to do with anything. Now, I'm going to make sure my bench is organised because I don't want any shit everywhere here. Okay, I'm going to clean up. Clean up. I can do anything I want with those foundation biscuits, but I don't have any vanilla and I need to buy vanilla. So, to make date shells, I am going to do that. Keep the scales out, put that cup in the thing, move the thing out of the road. Oh, where am I going to put the hand sanitizer? Going to sit there for now. I don't want everything in my road. I don't. Do not. That'll be okay. Get that out of the road. Yes, I don't need to rant on for hours. Shit, dropped the bloody sanitizer. I didn't drop the sanitizer, I dumped the sanitizer. Yeah, very thirsty. Okay, now, phone, where are you? Where do I put my phone? It'd be good if I knew where the phone was. Oh, fuck.
Stop.
Just
Button.
there.
Pause. Button. Minus. Pause. Minus iPhone microphone.
Oh, don't say that. To fucking plug this stupid fucking barcode scanner in. Flour. Which flour is that one? Is that sugar? That's sugar, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. What is this?
Battery is low. Please.
Do this. No. Working. Fucking barcode scanners that don't work. Fucking nightstick. Poking out there everywhere and what's doing that. Jesus, hit coffee there. Lots and lots and lots of coffee.
Battery is low. Please charge the battery now. Powering down.
Looks like I won't be doing any baking because I've got a mixed match hodgepodge of all different things, but I don't actually have anything to do anything with. What a pity. What a pity. I don't have nothing to do anything with. Oh, don't have nothing there to do anything. Well, that's shit. The scanner's going flat. And damn, I don't have flour and I don't think I've got dates there. I thought I did have. I've got all these different ingredients but no flour. So it's no good having ingredients and no flour. Well, that's crap because now I can't do what I wanted to do. Yeah, I don't know. I've got so many things there but can't use any of it because I don't have all the right combinations of anything there. I know I've got butter and eggs, but I don't have flour, so I can't do nothing. At least it's all there. Well, I've got to wait till Tuesday now to take all my books back. I'm going to drop them all off. And because I don't need to read those VA books, I'm just going to leave them packed up and get rid of them. I'm just going to get rid of them. I'm just going to get rid of them. I don't need them. Anyway, I wanted to try to make date shells because they're easy to do. And I've got a beater guard there, which you feed the beaters through, then you add them to the Mixmaster, then you put them in the bowl, then you turn it on. But I don't have flour there, so what can I do about it? What can I do about it?
-25 point. Pause. Stop button.